I sometimes like okay, I can't take a phone call sitting down.
Why not?
If I need my head working, and my head only works when I'm moving.
Yeah. Well, that's actually
right. Like this is a very relaxed conversation.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing a work call and stuff, I'm always moving around.
Yeah.
Right. Whether that's in my workspace or whether that's like out and about. I live in Greenwich. I'm 2 streets away from Greenwich Park. It's a lovely area. So within 5 minutes, I can be at the river. And it's a very safe area as well. So I can literally just fill a thermos of water, grab a can of Coke, and just go out for a walk.
Yeah. So I also wanna talk about one of the main things I want to talk about as well. Yeah, is you see like social media. Yeah. Do you feel like life right now for all of us, 2025? If social media wasn't advancing as fast as it is, technology and all of these phones that we have, do you think a lot of us, in terms of having a better quality of life, do you think without all of these things, we'll be definitely living a better quality of life or not?
Yes and no. Like social media is just a highlight reel of whatever a person wishes to show. Like one of my really good friends, she'll only post once in 3 months, but it'll always be like next to the Duomo or on the Great Wall of China, right? So when you open like let's say her page, all you'd see is like this girl's wearing like these nice flashy clothes and she's there. But knowing her as I know her, she'll graft. She works in finance. She'll graft for 3 months. She'll tuck away 5,000-6,000 pounds, and then she'll just go without telling anyone. She'll just tell a few of us, and my thing is bring back duty-free cigarettes. And then she'll just turn off the world for a week. She'll go there. And then she'll come back. She'll show all of us, and she'll tell us about her experiences over dinner. And she's like, which picture do I use? Right? And she'll post that on a bad day. She'll post that on a shit day, so she can get the likes. She can feel good about herself.
Get a dopamine on a bad
exactly.
Day.
That one little like red notification you get on Instagram, right? That's a nice like booster for you. So, but knowing her, I know why she uses it. Everyone uses social media differently. Like, I have many friends in creative industries. Some use it as a propelling tool to catapult themselves amidst the noise, right? Content. Like, what the fuck is content? Sorry. I tried not to use our language throughout the entire thing. Right? We become walking brands of ourselves, right? Like, in our parents' day and age, right? You didn't see anyone taking pictures of their dinner and going around each other's houses and showing them, wow, look, I had this kebab and Seven Sisters once, right? They had holidays. They made a photo album. They'd show their close friends and family. So, on social media, believe it or not, I am a private person. I don't share family stuff. I don't share work-related stuff. Music, yes, obviously, because that's in a way it's your digital portfolio for the creative arts.
Yeah.
Right? But no one's ever going to post on their bad day. No one's ever going to be like, right, it was raining, I wore my nice new shoes, they're screwed now because a bus went over me and the water's over me. No one's going to be like, my boss had to go at me because my coworker made me look bad. Yeah. No one's going to post the day that some people do post such things, which is very refreshing, right? It's a sort of therapy for them. But then you also have that demographic of attention seekers, right, who are posting just to get that, right? Whereas if I have a bad day, I'm lucky I can count my best friends on my fingertips. I don't need to pretend in front of them. They can call me, yo, Syed, we've had a bad day, we need your advice. Or Syed, do you mind? I'm a bit tight this month. Can you give us 100, 200 pounds? No worries whatsoever. And you're very privileged in life if you can count those people on your 5 fingertips, right? Social media, we can collect thousands of friends virtually on social media, but the empathic human connection you'd have one-to-one is 100 times different. So whilst I don't even know how many followers I have, but if I reached out to one of them, that I'm having a bad day, can I talk to you? So there's a good chance 90% of them wouldn't even reply to the message because, they're cool, right? Some people would. But you never get that connection online as you would with an in-person meeting.
Like I always tell people as well. Like for me, like on social media, I'm very big on human connection as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like real life, you get what I'm saying, face to face.
Sadly, after COVID, that's really dissolving. Kids are nowadays, in this economy, right? B, it's a good thing. A lot of kids are now health conscious. They're not spending much at alcohols and bars, which is why the nighttime industry is kind of suffering as well on bar sales. That's another thing. Also, like if you go out in London for a night, like again, I don't go out for that stuff. I love the music, but it's 150 pounds down, right? On like when you're buying 20-30 pound rounds, right? It ain't cheap. It ain't a cheap date.
Like talking about the economy, yeah, we all live in London, and for a good few years now, we've been hearing the cost of living. Once again, this is one of my things when I'm by myself sometimes. This is one of the things I think about. Like, for how long are things gonna be going up? Land and getting more expensive. The prices are going up. This and that. How long are people going to take this bullshit? Because again,
It's not going to come down.
because I keep on thinking to myself, surely like it's like a bubble, isn't it?
It keeps going up.
I keep on thinking like
This bubble's not going to burst.
I don't understand. Why do people keep on like, you know, basically accepting all of this bullshit from the government, all of these prices going up, all of this up? Why like?
No, but look, the
You know
government
what I'm
is
talking
not solely in charge. Like, there's a lot of cogs going into the economic wheel in the world. It's not solely in control of the government. But the cost of living, yes, it's a crisis, right? However, it's here to stay, and it's only going to get worse. So the things the government can do to help, like, you know, upcoming younger generations is teach financial literacy in school. Teach them how to do their own taxes, how to be a sole trader. There's many ways we can tackle this for the upcoming gen, right? For me, over time, I've learned to be fiscally responsible in multiple ways. It helps when you're on your own as well, and when you see other friends doing well. So I've always had an unconventional sort of career, right? Being from a Pakistani family, you know, what will society say? This is what you should do. Career jobs and stuff. But whilst I was doing that, I also focused on my music side. So it came to a point where they were like, okay, he actually likes the music. He's not there for girls or alcohol or, you know, another reason. He's not just clubbing. He's actually there because he loves the music,
Yeah.
right? Which is the biggest stigma in society. Sorry, I digress there. But financial literacy, you need to make your assets work for you. The luckiest man is someone who makes money in his sleep, right? I'm not there yet. But
Are you sure?
no, yeah, bro. If I was there, I'd be sleeping all day. I love my sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, financial literacy is the way forward. Teaching younger generations how to do it. Like, for example, food. People complain about food. In London, like for me and my friends, right? Most of my immediate friends aren't into music. They'd like to go to a gallery, experience something together. You know, anything but go to a club or a concert venue, have a hangover, wake up the next day, waste half their day. I'm used to it now, simply because that's life. That's what we're around. We pick and choose the battles, right?
Yeah.
You need to know when it's affecting you and when it's not. I digress again.
No, of
Massive
course.
digress again.
Yeah.
So-
I'm just watching.
So my cuisine and my food,
Yeah.
right? There's lots of ways to save money on food, right? Too Good To Go. Okay, if you don't know the app Too Good To Go, it's excellent. So Too Good To Go, I joined it last year. What they do is they have some select eateries, depending on the region. They do Greg's, they do Pizza Express, they do Costa and stuff. I actually got a Costa this afternoon. So what happens is the things that are perishable and they can't put on display the next day, they will give it to you at 1/3 of the price. And sometimes if you're charming to the staff like me, they will give you extra freebies.
Oh.
And it's like roulette. You don't know what you're expecting in that surprise bag. So
sounds interesting.
yeah, that's the thing. Breakfast, I have boiled eggs. I'm trying to get healthier. Boiled egg whites, chia seeds, crunchy nuts occasionally with milk. Lunch, grab and go, whatever, Too Good To Go. Dinner, half the week, I'm networking, meeting people out and about, so it's dinner outside. You know, obviously you're not going to eat at Gordon Ramsay every evening, even if you had $1 million in the bank, right? So there are ways to save, right? You know, like alcohol costs, many of my friends drink. Smoking costs, yes, I'm guilty. One can reduce these. Most of my money actually goes on events-related stuff, and books. Believe it. Words are the last sanctuary inside someone's mind. And what's more powerful than someone allowing you to come into their mind, to see their story?
It's true. See their story. Okay, you've got last two questions, yeah? You've got the conscious mind. All of us have got the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, yeah?
Right.
Would you say, would you say, a direct question to you, have you mastered how to control whatever goes on in your subconscious mind?
No, no one has.
Talk
Right?
to me.
Then there's psychedelic drugs and stuff which people really, you know,
Yeah.
ayahuasca treatments,
Yeah.
you know, psilocybins. There's the world out there which people really attest by.
So one thing first, yeah? Did you say that nobody has mastered how to control the subconscious mind? Or
Nobody
can?
in my immediate vicinity
Yeah.
has.
Talk to me. What are your thoughts on that? Is like, do you think it's possible
We're
for
humans.
somebody to control what goes on in the what goes on in the subconscious mind? Do you think it's?
Not fully controlled, but there's ways we can put it on the back burner. Like, you know, anxiety. It's
I'm trying to
actually
fucking learn that, by the way. This is for me.
Yeah.
Whoever's watching might learn something. But
Like a lot of people use a lot of jargon nowadays to get out of shitty situations. Like, oh, I have anxiety, right? I'm not discrediting anyone who's actually diagnosed. I have anxiety. Well, if you have anxiety, why are you putting yourself in certain situations where you know you could be triggered? Or either you learn to deal with the trigger, right? Or either you avoid that trigger. Like I have certain triggers, right? Like extended gatherings, right? Sometimes, so therefore over the years, I've got game face on now, where, I know how to behave in certain environments and gather in music, right?
And around certain people.
The music industry is one of the most dirtiest industries in the world, right? Anyone would sell their mother for an EP. Yeah. Not anyone, but certain people
Most
would.
people, yeah.
Right? For any sort of advancement, people would do it. You need to filter out the people. You need to have a tough rhino skin to know that, right, that's not because you were vulnerable or you were gullible. That's because they thought that they could take advantage of you. Many people still deal with this till this day. Many people in power, they give people power, the power gets abused, and they go back to square one. Right, I'm not helping anyone anymore. Right.
So going back to what we said,
subconscious mind.
Subconscious, yeah.
So there's ways to negate it. There's ways to keep it back.
Yeah.
Will we ever be fully in control? Who knows? Maybe with Neuralink. But then we'll get ads in our brain, right? Buy this, buy that, donate here, donate there.
Yeah, damn, it's true, man. It's absolutely true. Did you even touch on, before I ask my last question? Did you say you touched on magic mushrooms, all of these LSD and whatever? Have you tried them before?
Yes, and
because even before you go into what I'm gonna say, like if Syed, I swear, so many people over the last few years, so many people have asked me you should try it. Even some people have said to me, I can take you through the ceremony, magic mushrooms, and all of these things. Even what's the other one? Ayahuasca. Is it the one with the it's like, I don't know. But
I haven't dabbled.
Yeah, quite a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of people have tried to introduce me to get me into them. Like for you, like with whichever one you've taken, like how would you describe your experience? Because I'm so curious still.
So I've done it multiple times, but I've done it very sacredly.
Okay.
And I've always done it when I'm on a crossroads in life, right?
Interesting.
So the way you see it, let's say your mind is confused. Let's say you have Google Chrome, right? You have 50 tabs open, right? In the right setting, with the right mindset, it's literally, you have a series of questions in your mind. What is my purpose? What am I meant to do? It's not a Saturday night party drug. It's a very self-reflecting drug, right? So in 2019, that was my last, let's say, major mind-blowing epiphany. I started my brand Chronicles. I said, okay, I love literature, I love art, I love music. How do I combine it into something? Chronicles. The name sounds beautiful, right? I'm chronicling things. Once a month, I do a mix of my own called Chronicles Chapters. That's me telling my monthly story of what I'm feeling.
I think you mentioned that earlier. Something like that earlier as well.
Then pandemic happened. I wanted to wait a year till I started the next series, Chronicles Curates. Right, I'm curating. I'm a museum curator. I want to display other people's arts. Right, that's for established artists. Towards the end of the year, I was like, right, how do I give back to the community? Right, I started Chronicles Commends. This is for upcoming artists who I think deserve a shot. And globally, that's become a successful thing. It's just too much to manage now with all my other things. Yeah. So after this year, I'm cutting it short. Okay. That all came from literally one 6-hour thing. Not that I address my depression. Yeah. Why am I feeling depressed? I have no right to be depressed. I'm waking up with clean clothes. I've got a supporting, loving family around me. I've got the best of friends who I can call at 2 a.m. in the morning, with literally anything. There's children out there who are not eating. There's children out there who are getting carpet bombed. It's all just a mental realignment, right? And since I'm blessed, how do I make this world a better place? I literally got all that off one trip. My most recent trip was 2 years ago. I full-time moved to London, right? And that's a bit more personal for me, but I managed to make peace with certain aspects. Okay. That was more about me as a person as opposed to my journey as a professional. And stuff. So yes, strategically, I would say if one's in the right mindset, dabble with it. And it can be life-changing. Yeah. Every few years, God willing, I would want to, this sounds so wrong saying this, inshallah, to this thing as well.
There are probably going to be some people that watching saying,
Astaghfirullah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's like the Muslims, right? Yeah. Oh no, I drink, I go clubbing, I do this, I don't eat pork though. Right? No, but God created this, right?
Yeah. Oh shit.
right? God created this. There must be a reason he created this. There must be a reason that governments are controlling this. This must be a reason this isn't mass marketed. Because if the government could sell anything and make tax and incorporate anything, they would do it for that money. So why is this not a thing? Like
Why?
we legalize weed in certain portions of the world, right? Under medicinal, therapeutical, even recreational.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing nature's healings?
Because my quick answer to that is because they don't want certain people to basically, like you said, to heal mentally. You know, like because some of the conversations I've had, and obviously a lot of people say like it's part of like, you know, that you're healing certain things and whatever. And once you take it, it opens up something. It opens up certain
Third eye.
doors
There's literally
in
a third
your
eye.
mind, and you can actually heal. And I feel like going back to the government, I just feel like going back in terms of programming people. Yeah, going back to brainwashing people. Bro, if I'm the government and I've basically done this for so many years and I've programmed you lot and I've I've brainwashed all of you lot and whatever. And then I find out there's things that people can take, like magic mushrooms or whatever, to reprogram, to reprogram their mind and to basically like take away certain things to make them see them clearer, see certain things more clearer. The government wouldn't want that.
No, so a funny thing, I was reading an article. I studied this in school as well, but I was reading an article.
Yeah.
We're all cattle. Whether that's governmental cattle, corporational cattle. They want to sell to us. They're taking so much taxes for us to reduce, right? And, skimming off it as well. We're rarely getting it back in our schools, in our hospitals, in our roads, in our law enforcement, right? Where we're getting it, the resources aren't allocated as properly as they should be, right? With the existing funds there. And then we're all just consumers. We're all like financial consumers. So to sell to a person, you either need an infographical appeal. For example, 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this. This is the study behind it. This is why this is better than other things out there. Not just toothpaste, but, an infographic or something.
Yeah.
Like matcha nowadays, right? Like the matcha craze. Like yesterday I saw a reel. Some fucker put matcha on their biryani. Bro, I wanted a jihad. How do you put matcha on biryani? I swear to God, I'll show you the reel.
Even you just saying that, you repeat, by the way, within a space of a few seconds, you repeated that twice, yeah? But it's still not registering. What the fuck did you just say?
Matcha. Biryani. Right, wars were fought for less.
I think I'm dead, man. I feel like, obviously time's getting on a bit, and I feel
sorry, to come back to you.
You're good.
So we have the infographical appeal.
Yeah.
Right? That's for the smarter segment of society. Then you have the emotional appeal.
Yeah.
The emotional appeal is like, let's say you see a starving African child, and then next thing you know, you have a hotline, donate £10 here, and then you feel bad, and then you're like, okay, shit.
Yeah.
Right? Then you have the humor appeal. Now, for people who are more actualized, the humor appeal works the best, right? It unlocks a certain level of thing. Either way, they're still marketing a product or service to you. Now, the thing is, we spend money we don't have to buy items we don't need to impress people we don't give two shits about.
Fucking materialistic society.
So financially, that's where financial literacy comes in. Asset building. Yes, buying an £80,000 flat in London just on down payment, then affording the payments for like 15 years of you being handcuffs to that property, right? It sounds daunting, but it's possible.
Yeah.
So the government needs to be more financially literate to 60-70% of its citizens. And then use your money for your wants.
Yeah.
Like, I adopted a whale, bro.
Bro, till now, that's one of the coolest. The first one, is literally like, what do you think is the government's aim overall?
On the dollar note, you see something. Now, the weather conspiracy theorists you've come across...
all of us. And
Novo Order Seclorum.
Yeah, what do you think is the government's plan?
A new world government where we're united under one banner. And it's rapidly going there. This is not a conspiracy, it is going there. Now, this takes decades worth of orchestration and construction to make it happen. Yeah. But America's world policing, the current state of Israel, right? Nothing against Jewish people, lovely people who are equally appalled at this genocide. Right, but conflating Judaism with the barbaric actions of the state of Israel, and if you criticize them, right, you're suddenly anti-Semitic. Which also for your viewers, anti-Semitism. Palestinians are also Semitic. Egyptians are also Semitic. Jordanians are also Semitic. So how can you be anti-Semitic?
It's just that at the beginning of the conversation, you know how we spoke about some people are ignorant and some people educate themselves. I feel like the people that you see that anti-Semitics in this kind of topic the people that get caught up in these kind of things are those who I feel like the victims are those who don't really educate themselves, don't really go and do this you get me, do the research in terms of like what these things actually really mean. You get me? Because obviously, for example, you can come to me and try to draw me out like on social media. And if I don't know what you're talking about, whatever, you can obviously like make me look bad on social media. You get me? But you can come at me with a certain.
But who has the energy or time to do that?
You get me? But if I'm educated on it, like, I'll be like, no, I know what I'm talking about. You get me? So, but going back,
the stupid people are the louder people on social media.
Oh my god, a lot of little fucking kids who on social media who. You know what? Let me never say that.
We agree there. Yeah, but, that's a long one.
But the last one before we go, because I can feel my youngest energies. People are hungry here, yeah. The last one, you get me? The last one, literally, is like just on a quick one, yeah. What advice would you give the younger version of yourself? / what advice would you give some of our young G's just in general, like in terms of like, you know. You seem like you've got a very good mind. You seem like you've got a very like interesting way, the way you look at certain things. So yeah, man, like what advice would you give the younger version of you? And what advice would you give like our young G's, just in general, any young person who's watching in terms of like life?
Okay, so it might be slightly long, but I'll try to concise it. Life is always like a box of chocolates, right? Some asshole is always going to eat the best ones. So you're going to have to play the cards you're dealt with. Now, obviously, if you're in a war-torn area, your family's struggling for food, it's a different set of circumstances. Allah ka shukr, like thank Allah, we're not in that circumstances. It's not a bad life, it's a bad phase, whatever you're going through, right? If you're stuck in shit, does it make sense to be stuck in shit? No, you'll get out of it, right? There's a lot of support out there, whether it's confidential, you wish to do it with resources and charities, whether it's friends, you seek that support system in. There's always a way, there's always a brighter day. And if you don't have those dark nights, you'll never get there, right? That is something everyone does individually at their own pace with their own circumstances. But it is possible. Like if I write an autobiography on all the shit times I have, like this would be a 12-hour Lord of the Rings extended edition. That being said, don't be scared. Like a thing was, I held myself back at certain things because, you know, professionally, what if I take an unconventional career path? But then I made my peace with it. That right, in this economy, in this day and age, I need a professional route, and I also need to satisfy my soul by building something which one day may help me like not work at all and live my life's passion, inshallah. Another thing is, don't be afraid to take that risk. Like there's a Chinese saying, I think, or a Persian saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now, right? Take that risk, start it. Like, you know, your first podcast wasn't the best. My first DJ mix, which I still have, wasn't the best. Right? No, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes 7 to 8 years, according to Japanese culture, to master a certain act. But how would you get there if you're not willing to try something new? Right? Society doesn't define you. You define you, and you can always evolve. Just be radically yourself. You don't owe the world shit. Be yourself. Be a nice person amongst it. Help those who are in need, and the universe will bless you in ways you can't even think of.
And with that said, guys, it's been an amazing episode. It's been a very open, a very insightful, and a very educational conversation on the red chair, guys. You know, like, show our brother Syed some love. You get me? If you got any questions for him, if you're curious about anything else, you know what to do. It's for free. As long as you got Wi-Fi, you got internet, DM him and connect with him.
If they come via you, I have absolutely all the time in the world for all of you.
Connect with him, you get me? But yeah, man, listen, this is not going to be the last time you're going to see him on the red chair as well. He's going to come back onto the red chair hopefully very soon. And we'll have more conversations, you get me? So yeah, man. Reality Team TV. We're back. We're back. Peace and love, everybody. Take care of yourself, yeah?
Free Palestine.
Love.